Talk Time with Reid Moriarty.
We're here, the Ohio State University Marching Band. Hey Neil, do you write in cursive or printing, Neil?
I print, but I understand the question. We do the script Ohio in cursive.
All right. How many times have you dotted the I?
I dotted the I 2 times. I dotted the I at the first away game of the 2015 season. It was in Virginia, at Virginia Tech, and I also dotted the I here at home against Michigan State.
All right, amazing. What runs through your mind in those final steps to dotting the I, Neil?
It's really one of the most unique emotions that I've ever experienced. It's a mixture of nervousness and anxiousness. You've been doing, this thing, marching band, for 4 seasons, and it's not until the 4th season in which you get to dot the I. So it's just a flood of emotion and adrenaline all at once. It's really unique.
All right. How do you handle the adrenaline rush, Neil?
I kind of just use it to my advantage because you have to do what we call a strut. You got to get your feet and your legs as high as possible. I try to get it above my head. So I use that adrenaline and push it into my legs and try to, almost fly.
All right. I hear Michigan did the first script Ohio. How can that be true, Neil?
Actually, that is true. They did do the first. They formed the first script Ohio on the field, but we were the first ones to kind of, make it constantly moving and forming the letters one by one, and then having the first script Ohio that Ohio State did, a trumpet player dotted the I, and sometime in that first season, a sousaphone player, for added emphasis, that big instrument, and ever since then, it's kind of became a tradition that a sousaphone player dots the I ever since, and that was I believe in the 1930s.
What's the difference between a tuba and a sousaphone, Neil?
So a sousaphone is a type of tuba. It's kind of like a Dalmatian is a type of dog. It's just a specific type of tuba that you can march with. It's something you put on your shoulder, and of course, dot the I with it.
All right, Neil. How did you pick your instrument, Neil?
When I was in grade school, I started on trombone. And one day they were just like, hey, we need another tuba player. Would you like to do it? And I picked it up, and it kind of came naturally to me. So I kind of stuck with it ever since. And it kind of led me to attend Ohio State University, because if it wasn't for the marching band, I probably wouldn't come here. And it led me to a lot of other awesome experiences. Yeah.
How much does a sousaphone weigh, Neil?
The sousaphone, it weighs somewhere between 35, 40 pounds. So trying to do that strut with the heavy instrument, it kind of adds quite a bit of challenge to that.
It's really hard.
Oh yeah, it's fun though.
How can you take a bow with it,
Neil? I kind of just practiced a lot. They teach us that before we even make the band, they teach us how to do the bow, and then once we become the 4th years, that's when we learn the strut and everything. So I kind of already have half of the motions down by the time I'm dotting the I.
All right, so Neil, tell me about auditioning for the OSU marching band.
It's probably one of the most grueling experiences that someone can do. It's depending on the time of year. It's always in August, so it's usually blazing hot. You're sweating constantly, and it's really an endurance test as well. They want to make sure that you have enough endurance to complete a pregame here in the stadium. So they kind of put you through the rigors and make sure that you're up to speed on all the fundamentals, and it's a really one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life.
All right. So Neil, what would you say is the key to mastering marching formations?
The key is probably just a lot of hard work, a lot of tenacity, just sticking with it. It's not a very natural movement to do our marching style, but there's a lot of room to improve every summer session, and if you're just starting out, you're probably not going to look as good as other people that have been doing it for quite a while. So if you just keep your mind to it and take all the advice that you get from all the older members, I think you'll be fine.
All right, Neil, do other bands do script formations?
Yeah, other bands do. Every single college marching band has their own traditions. They all form like letters on the field, and one I can think of off the top of my head is like the script Cal. I know you're from California.
Of course,
so Cal
Neil.
Cal and Berkeley, they do a very famous script, Cal, and we actually do share a lot of traditions with that band. So that is a very similar band to us. If you ever want to check them out.
All right, I would check them out someday. Okay, Neil. So, Neil, are you more of a music fan or a football fan?
That's tough because I love both of them probably the same because. I really love football, and it's an awesome benefit of being in the OSU marching band. We have one of the best football teams in the nation. We're number 2 right now.
All right, you're number 2.
Yeah, we are number 2.
All right, so Neil, why do you think music is incorporated into football games, Neil?
I think it's all about the pageantry of college football. When you compare, the NFL to college football, you see all the team spirit that all the students and the alumni have, and music is a great way to get everyone on the same page and cheering and getting everyone hyped for the team and supporting the football team. And I just think it's just a great thing about college football.
All right, Neil. So Neil, what's your next big dream in life?
Next dream, the dotting of the I was definitely the biggest thing on my list that I got to check off last year. And now I guess the next big thing is passing the CPA exam. I still have a couple more parts left. So hopefully by this time next year, I'll be CPA.
All right. So Neil, we have 2 more questions. Do you have a favorite movie musical?
Favorite movie musical?
Yes.
Let's see. It's definitely Mary Poppins.
I love Mary Poppins too. That's Mom and Reid's favorite movie.
Tuppence the Bag is one of my all-time favorite songs.
Yeah, Feed the Birds.
Talk Time with Reid Moriarty.